Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading, I'm going to answer a question from Celestial Lightworker. It's a really good question, and I'm adding a little flair of my own question so that I can accomplish two celestial events that are occurring this month. So we're going to have the new moon solar eclipse on December 14th at 23 degrees Sag. And that's going to trigger, well, oh, do I have, hold on, let me see if I can grab his chart. Oh, goodness, hold on. I have this big folder of, yeah, here we go. Okay, so if you can see in his chart, his south node moon is in Sag, 20 and 21 degrees Sag. So the new moon solar eclipse on December 14th will be right here at 23 degrees. It's still well within his fourth house of home, personal power base, family, the whole 9 yards. And he was born, it's going to trigger this opposition here in his chart, because we have to remember he was born during an eclipse. And Uranus is up there as well. So this is his house of, home, family, we could call it the Trump crime family, and his reputation, or lack of, in career. So this will get triggered on the 14th. And there are many astrologers who have done videos about that. So I'll just refer you to look if you want more information that way astrologically. But then also December 21st, we have Jupiter and Saturn coming together in the sign of Aquarius, and it's going to kick off, the next, I think it's a 200-year, but it's in the larger scope, it's like an 800-year cycle. For that, I would refer you to Rick Levine's astrology channel on YouTube. I think he's probably done about the best job explaining it. And so anyway, that's going to start, and we're moving from Earth signs through the cycles of, because Jupiter and Saturn, they conjunct every 19 and a half years, 20 years, somewhere in there. I think it's 19.6. But so what happens is they come together, and Saturn and Jupiter are the builders of the zodiac. Jupiter comes in and expands and opens, and then Saturn is like the testing and the actual manifesting. So what happens what's going to happen is it's moving from all these conjunctions over the last couple hundred years, I think, where it's been only in Earth signs, and now it's going to move into all the air signs, starting with Aquarius, which is fantastic. So with holding that in mind, my question, well, Celestial Lightworker's question, and I'm going to add into it, she says, or I think she's a she, I'm not sure. Give us a heads up, a hi, let us know. But anyway, her question is, I was wondering if you could read on the energies of the December 21st, 2020 solstice, which is also the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, and how those combined energies are going to affect the Trump saga. So this spread, and I will also use the maybe, this little deck here, the Maybe Lenormand, and I'm going to dive into how it's going to affect him. And then I also have these two decks here shuffled to find out how it's going to go for us, living in light and love and truth, and fighting for the truth and fighting for justice and equality. I'm going to read on how it's going to be for us, because we know for him, he right now, I mean literally, and what he's been doing since November 3rd, since he lost, he's literally working his way to overthrow the election. This is an attempted coup. So I want to know how it's going to go for him. And Okay, so I'll just do that. Let me dive into him. Okay, so the forces in motion. All right. His challenges. What he's attracting. Okay. Wow. Whether or not he's going to be successful and his future. Okay. Whoa. Give me a moment to draw these other cards and then I'll frame everything up. Okay, forces in motion. His challenges. What he's attracting. This should be upright. You know what? I want more information. That could be him or it could just be another man. I want more information. Okay. Whether or not he'll be successful. His future. Okay. So, goodness, I have a mess here, don't I? Give me a moment. I've got to work in the viewfinder now too. Okay. Hoping this all fits. Let's do it this way and this way. I think that fits, yeah, okay. And then for the forces in motion, it's these three cards. And for his challenges, it is these three cards. So dude's got quite a problem here. Quite a problem. So, being that nothing is perfect on Earth, I may read some of these cards both, you know, upright and reversed, just to like get a feel for what's really going on. So what is going on though in his life? The forces in motion right now. He's going through a lack of self-confidence. When the Queen of Wands comes through, reversed. This is his unfaithfulness and people being unfaithful to him, because we have to combine these meanings here. These would be relationships who will not, you know, commitments from the past who will no longer be faithful to him. And this, of course, the storks in the Lenormand is all about change, relocation. So that's what's going on for him. Changes in relationships, in partnerships, in commitments. People who partnered up with him and committed to get him somewhere, they're now going to be unfaithful. And this is because he's been selfish. He took an oath to uphold the Constitution. When he was inaugurated in 2017, when he came in January 20th, 2017, he took an oath to be faithful to the Constitution. It had nothing to do with, you know, his role as president, other than how well can he uphold the Constitution. And the jackass hasn't done that. The grifter, the con man, the crime family is now going to be reevaluating their position in life. There are challenges, and I say, Trump crime family because we have the tree card here. Their investment into he holds stock in Moderna, and today, as of today, what is today? I forget what is the darn date. Hold on, where's my phone? Tuesday, the 8th. Okay, so as of today, he is. I think he's holding some kind of little press conference about the vaccines and getting the vaccine out, but he's not working with Joe Biden to try and, get anything accomplished, really. He's not. It's all, like you would call a photo op. But both Moderna and Pfizer said no, they will not be showing up for that display. They won't be there with him, even though he invited them, but they declined. So that's what's going on, and that's his challenge is all these deaths that have happened about the coronavirus, all over the land. But his challenge is also the end to his crime family. All of these branches of possibilities for their future recognition on the political landscape, I don't think it's going to go well. And they will be, reassessing that, because we have to look at this whole reading, we have to look at this as being like the trigger points of the December 14th eclipse that's going to come up, the new moon eclipse. That's going to eclipse, his chart. But this is also bringing in his family. And so December 14th, and then the next thing comes in, that's December 21st and on beyond that. We pretty much have to look at this whole reading as being future, because that was my question. So it's more than just these here. We're seeing the karma. We're seeing the reason he is where he is now. And we're seeing his challenges is that this will end his family and I think their political future. Now, what he's attracting, well, straight up or reverse, the devil's not that great of a card. Now, if you're doing your own readings for yourself and you've recently stopped smoking, or stopped eating as much sugar as you were before, or worked through any addiction, any type of addiction, then you can say when you get this card, you've been released. Or you have released yourself through your hard work in the past. But with him and his family, I think what this is about, I think what he's attracting is that he's going to be released from his job. And he's going to be released from, he may be attracting some overseas, foreign, loyalty with these two cards. And I did throw out the man card here, but this could be MBS. There's that possibility. But for him attracting himself, I just thought, no, that's stupid. So why do that, right? Because usually the man card in the Lenormand, the man card is usually the person you're reading on, and the woman card would be the their significant other. So, but what he's attracting, it very well could be a man. This could be MBS, attracting a deeper, relationship with him. At which, at some point, maybe he will be releasing him. Maybe this is Putin, and Putin has no longer seen him as his useful idiot, and he's decided to just let him go. That may be very well what this is about. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Success or not, well, This is a card of impotence. When the Tower is reversed, it's impotence. So no, there's no success there. This is still, a lot of conflicts. His plans for the future will not materialize. He may go through a period of suffering the consequences for taking part in fake news and creating fake news. That's what I'm seeing there. Yeah. Okay. Wow. So he's going to be seen as just this giant hoax that took over our White House for 4 years, and maybe someday he'll be seen as the illegitimate president. Maybe things will come out in the future that shows that he was broke all along, and he put himself in this position where he could be elected so that he could take advantage in every way possible into getting money into his coffers, which is to, have all these foreign dignitaries stay at the Trump Hotel in Washington, D.C. while they were going to visit him, and jacking up the prices, which is what, Ivanka was deposed for and had to answer for 5 hours to, was people staying at the Trump Hotel and other hotels as well. But actually hers was about the inauguration in 2017 and the way that they jacked up the prices for people staying at the Trump DC Hotel. So what could come out in the future is all of these, well, it is already out there, but maybe he'll suffer some. This is a reversal of fortune. This is the Ten of Pentacles, and it's oh no, I'm sorry, it's not the Ten of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles. So this is like the richest dude, or could be a very rich dude. This is, the millionaires, billionaires. Or, people who just feel very wealthy inside because they love their life and they love nature and they love earth. Reversed? Not. This is him, upside down. Upside down in the public, with the public and with his networking. And it has to do with the law coming down on him and also secrets. All of his, hidden agenda. So his future is full of, my goodness, I mean, this is really awful. This has to do with his financial prosperity and his future obsession with money, but he's always had an obsession with money, so nothing's changed here. I don't see that he's learned any lesson. So this would be, could be taking a lot of risks financially, and then there's all this like hidden agenda that's out there. This is also the card of a grifter. This dude's a grifter. So in the future, it may be revealed in the public sphere that he's been a grifter. I mean, we know it. We know it already, but it may come out everywhere. Excuse me, hold on. It's very possible. Well, let me just draw a few more cards. Let's get a couple more cards for this. What's hidden here? This is public. This is the grifter who's public, or the grifter who is seen as a grifter. Yeah, the opportunist, any opportunity to make any little bit of money, and he'll seduce anybody he can, and his children are in on it. And there's a lot of stress going forward into his life about that. Moving forward, maybe some, we've known, he's had a heart condition all along. But something really important could come through very quickly. Wow, so like a major trigger here on this solstice. And it's all about his reputation. And, and here's the, these cards are key. Down here in this challenge, it's ending like this grifter family. I think the secret will reveal when the laws come down on him, when Letitia James and Cy Vance Jr. come down on him. It's going to open up a whole can of worms, about his financial past. I mean, it's already out there. We know about it, but I think on the world stage, or at least in the United States of America, it's going to be exposed. I think he'll be exposed because this is his reputation, and this is all this like pay for play, like financial transactions, his opportunistic financial transactions. And just all these little ways he would seduce people in here. Come play golf with me. Let's or you want to golf, dude? Come on, let's golf. And then out on the golf course, you can imagine the conversations that happen, because that's all he cares about is the money, right? That's all he cares about, and things will come out. Who knows? Maybe somebody taped him at one point, and something will come out. I don't know. I honestly don't know about that. But I do know about all of these cards here. I just remove these and just focus on, just look at the propensity here of, who in a business, financial, political future reading gets the Devil, the Tower reversed, and the King of Pentacles reversed. Wowzers. That's just, and then to have the Coffin card along with, the tree. This could be the end of him like sucking off of the United States of America. And yeah, he can go suck off of some dude in the, in some other country in Saudi Arabia, or, the UAE or Turkey. He can go suck up to Erdogan, MBS, somebody in Qatar, which is, of course, why Jared has been over there. But at some point, they'll let him go, because he's no longer of any use. They can't find a way to use him anymore. He doesn't have anything to offer them, basically. That's the bottom line. Okay, so let me close this up for him. And let's go to the cards for us. So this, I shuffled this already. I just have to draw the cards. Put the intention into this deck to show how it's going to go for us in the United States of America, and those are the ones who voted for Joe Biden, or decided that they couldn't vote for anybody this time, and they just stayed home. Well, I don't know, but all of those who were even the slightest bit working in love and light and truth and fairness and justice and equality. How is it going to go for us through the celestial events taking place from December 14th, and especially after the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the 21st in Aquarius? How is that going to affect us? Awesome. Okay, so the forces in motion, challenges. See, that's reverse, it goes this way. What will be attracting? How successful we will be, and our future. Wow. Okay, let's move these, and I'll grab the little Lenormand deck, or Lenormand. I always say that wrong. Thank you to Pavla for teaching me the right way. I needed a French language master to tell me. Okay, so forces in motion for us, United States. Us working in the light. Okay, and then our challenges. Okay. That sure makes a lot of sense. What we will be attracting. Those of us who've been working for love and light and justice, equality and fairness. Okay. Our success, degree of success. Okay. And our future. All right. Okay. Keep these out of the way. I'm going to get decks mixed up. I know. I've done it before. It's terrible. Let's see. Maybe, well, let's see how much room. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Okay, and these can go up. Need room for closed captioning. Excellent. Okay, so the forces in motion, what's really going on? We are no longer betraying ourselves. With our vote, we took control over, you can see this card is ruled by Saturn in Libra, so it's about, decisions and tests, and especially when it comes to Libra. Okay, so Saturn, decisions and tests about what we want to manifest, the way we want reality to be. And then Libra, the bridge to fairness and justice and equality. So now that that's reversed, this card is reversed, there's no more betrayal in the heart. We're releasing the we could look at these swords as being Trump and the GOP and all of their followers who don't care. Oh, did I tell you one idiot? One idiot commented in one of my last video for Trump. I mean, I deleted it so you guys can't see it, but called me a communist. Or no, it wasn't on Trump's video. It was on that video for Lynn Wood. Called me a communist. Can you believe that? Okay, so those, like, all that stuff is just falling. I mean, it didn't put any piercing in my heart at all. I thought it was hysterical, actually. I should have just probably left it just to give you guys something to deal with, food for the fodder or whatever. But I decided just, I blocked that person from my channel. When you do that, automatically removes the comment. So anyway, the forces in motion for us, what's really going to be going on in the future for us is this betrayal of the heart, betrayal of all the best that the United States of America, the best intentions that were put forth in the, in the Constitution. Any betrayal to that is, we can breathe a sigh of relief. We can let these things go. I mean, it's still not that good of a card, but this card is not about our future. This card is about the forces that were in motion. So, the cross card can be a painful card, and it has been a very painful reality in the past. This card is all about the pain and the chaos, the emotional pain that it caused us. We definitely are under some, Trump PTSD, right? I mean, we are. But now it's healing. Now it's, we just have to be patient. So what's going on is we have to be patient. And, that this is an air card, so the wind will blow, the tides will turn. But now let's dive into this card. I actually love this card, even though it can be about painful experiences and grief. It's also about being self-responsible. This is the card of having faith. It's literally like our cross to bear in life is to be self-responsible for our choices, to know that we create our own reality. And we do that with every single choice because we have free will, and we should be very, very grateful for that. We have free will. So we exercised our free will and we voted. And now with the goal, the anchor card is all about goals. It's all about targets and grounding deeply into reality the way we want things to be. So this is a card of long-term stability and security. It's a long time card, something that takes a long time. And so we need to have faith. I believe that's what this card is saying, is to have faith in our long-term goals and security. But of course, keep being self-responsible and exercising our free will, which is, that's what we did. Our challenges with, so we have the Knight of Cups, and it's like passionate, fiery water, so passionate, about passionate relationships, things like that. Well, when it's reversed, our challenge has definitely been, well, let's leave it this way so you can see better. Okay, because we, speaking words onto images, I think, is a really good way, a good way to learn. But so with this guy, when he's reversed, he could be coming forward with an offer. But this is the past. This has been our challenge, and this could be our challenges moving forward as well. Is this is like a very unethical person, and he has been very unethical, and there have been and there are unethical people in the GOP. This is our government. This card, the Tower card, in the Lenormand is very different than the Tower in the Tarot. This card is all about institutions, clinics, but this is the institution of our government, the big, institution. So I think the message here is a challenge of having people that we don't trust, and people who are, just going into what they want. People who are being very, very selfish, and they actually don't even really have any shame about using people to get what they want, to get their governmental, position, to get their power. I mean, it's not real power to me, but it would be why they're there. Like, what motivates them to be unethical is always the question when this card comes through reversed. So our challenge has been the cheaters in government. That has been widespread, and that's been their intention. The only reason to be in a government position is to have some type of like nefarious, deception, basically. Because this guy, if you ever get this card in a personal reading, you're looking at dependency, codependency. You're looking at all kinds of heartbreak that you don't want to be in. So there's more about this heartbreak. So that's been our challenge. But now what we're attracting with the Three of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn, we're attracting more work, we're attracting new jobs, we're attracting teamwork. This is a really beautiful card for getting something done. This is about, working on our professional skills and getting more and more skill. This can be higher education. It can be any type of, that's the word, vocational training. And but anything that we want to like dedicate ourselves to and work hard for, this is a really good card for that. So that's what we're attracting. I like seeing this, that we're attracting work. Now, with the Scythe, this can be a card of harvest. And this and combined with the locomotion card, this can be something that happens quickly all across the land. And now that's especially true when we're dealing with, Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. It moves quickly. It's an air sign. It's the opposite of an earth sign that takes a long time. But we're still going to be dealing, until early 2024. I think it's early 2024. We're still going to be dealing with Pluto and Capricorn. So the exposing the darkness and dealing with it, it was always there, but of course it was always there. It's not like it's anything new. These guys in their governmental positions and their intention to just navigate for themselves in a very selfish way, that was always there underneath. Like Mitch McConnell hasn't changed. All those people that had the propensity for darkness, like Rudy Giuliani and what's his name? Mnuchin, whatever his name is. Oh my God, that guy's so dark. And Stephen Miller, all those guys, they were probably born into darkness and they didn't pass any tests, and they're who knows how many lifetimes they're going to take to clear that out. But it was always there. So Pluto's been exposing, it's been cutting and clearing. And now we get to harvest something new across the land. And it's really interesting to look at, the astrological charts for the ones that can't always get their exact birth time, but there's a propensity of people with a lot of planets in Capricorn who have been in these dark places, these political so-called leaders. And if they don't have a lot of planets in Capricorn, they have transits that are going through their 10th house of career or first house, like on their ascendant. I'll read on Stephen Miller at some point soon, probably in the next month or so. But I want to, it'll be a visitation of the past and then looking into the future, I suppose, for him. But anyway, let's get back to us. So for those of us and for the USA who have voted for Joe Biden and are at least working in the light, or let's even say the younger kids who weren't able to vote yet, we have big changes coming in. And I believe this card this time is about harvest, but because we've made decisions to move forward. These two cards together are a lot about, because Mars and Capricorn, tools, metal tools. This could have to do with, I'm getting that vocational thing in there. Like a lot of us are attracting the tools to move forward very quickly. Excellent. Okay, so successful or not? Well, it's all about who we decide to get in bed with. What political leaders do we decide to support? The Lovers is about, it's Gemini, it's ruled by Mercury, of course, and it's Gemini, it's about communication and, seeking the truth. Notice, she's looking up at, I think it's Archangel, is it Raphael? I think. I think it's the Archangel of Healing. And notice he's looking at her. So she's looking towards something divine, and he's just looking at her. So she has to decide, does she want to partner with this guy? Well, so she has to take a lot of time to get to know him. And whatever partnerships we decide, this is a card of choice. Whatever partnerships we decide, they won't be, they will end if it's based in false beliefs. This card here is about breaking through the false beliefs. So I think as far as when it comes into success, we're just going to have to, I think our success is dependent upon our being able to break through the false beliefs around the coronavirus, and being very, very careful to protect ourselves. And, wear 2 masks if we need to go out. And do whatever it takes to work with, like healing the virus on the the planet, which would be anything that has to do with just not opening up to all the positive feelings that we can have, not opening up to love. This is a card to the choice to open to true love, whatever is true love. And then you can see, there's like the snake over here, the snake. There's like biblical, connotation here, which I kind of don't really. I just like the words that Jesus said. Actually, the rest of the Bible is kind of, of course there's truth in it, but then there's a lot of. There's some truth in it, but then there's a lot of distortion that was used to control people. And we can give credit to that to some dude named Constantine way back when. But anyway, so there's temptation and seduction, and then passion. We've got like passionate flames here. So anyway, back to it's always a choice for love, and then to end anything. Will be successful to the degree that we can end, put to bed, bury, heal any false beliefs. Now, if you're of the sort to believe in luck, which I don't, I believe we create our own reality. I don't think there's any luck to it or magic or any of that other stuff. I think it's just a lot of hard work and effort to break through false beliefs. But if you do believe in luck, this could be like the end of bad luck. If you want to read these cards in like the normal traditional way of the Lenormand, you put these two together, it's like the ending of bad luck, burying the bad luck, burying the bad fortune. It could be that. So I'll let you guys sit with it, because to read into us as a whole, that's what this is about. This isn't about each one of us individually, except for, choosing love. Always choosing love is going to be the way to go. And always working hard. As you keep opening your heart and choosing love, that's always going to be the way to go. Now, moving forward in the future, with the Four of Wands, this is a card of homecoming. Venus and Aries. The unity of our individual life, task coming into, excuse me, hold on, I need some water. Okay, thanks. I love water. Anyway, so you can just look at all the celebration here. And this card has to do with partnerships, making choices. And then this card has to do with like nurturing warmth, nurturing a whole new reality. It's and then I believe that this card actually is about our homeland. It can be, traditionally it's about events and coming home, marriages, things like that. But I think in the context of this question, which is always the way you want to do any reading, you always have to go back to your question and remember, oh wait, what did I ask? So as far as the future, I think this is us coming together in our homeland and then diving into the alliances that we have within our commitment to the truth, to love, to choosing love. And it can be a test for all of us to do this all the time. But every time that we open up to real love and what is the loving thing to do, even though it might be challenging for a while, even though it might require a lot of work and teamwork and effort and conferring back and forth with people who know what they're doing, then the future will always be bright. I mean, it's the most beautiful way to nurture something that creates, comfort for the future. This card is about closeness, because you just imagine like snuggling up to, your fireplace and like nurturing the hearth of what America was created on. So nurturing our Constitution. We could look at this as like, our original commitment to break away from the monarchy and, taxation without representation and all this other, BS. And we could even look at this as like, winning the Civil War against the South. We could look at, Abraham Lincoln coming full circle here. We could look at all of those things. And then here we have these guys down here that are just, the slave masters from way back when, and they've reincarnated, and here they are still wanting to do it again. Well, they're not learning their lessons. So, but we are, and we're coming home to ourselves, and we are aligning with each other, and we are making partnerships, and there could even be like soul contracts to give honor to, both of these cards are wedding cards. So it could be like a marriage, and this could be, the choice for marriage. So our future has to do with us aligning with what is loving, what is truly loving. And then to keep, as long as we can continue to nurture that, as long as we can shatter the false beliefs and just let them naturally die, then what we can do is move forward into the state of love, and we'll continue to create more and more and more of that, because that is what the benign circle of abundance is. It's a benign circle of love. So that means it includes everyone, and we're all created equally, and why not honor that and move forward that way? So I think that's what this opening is. I think that if we're going to look at these two cards up here as far as our success or not, this has to do with the paradigm, the old paradigm of the past, which was heartbreaking. It has been heartbreaking. And currently what's going on is that we're breaking through all that. We are shattering the painful past. And we're holding, firm to our faith in the goals of our Constitution. And it looks really good. This is a really bright, beautiful future. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's all I have. The sacred chopstick and the cherished chopstick has spoken. Okay, you guys, take good care. Love you. Bye.